Hey everyone, welcome to TN Media Hub, your one-stop channel for everything related to your health. In this video, I am going to share something really dramatic and exciting with you, something I did for 7 days. So stay tuned and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. I tried wheatgrass every day for a week, yes, wheatgrass, and I'm here to spill the green tea on what really happened. My parents always hyped it up as a superfood, but I thought it was just grass for your lawn. But I was curious. Could a shot of this green stuff every morning actually make a difference? I documented everything, the good, the bad, and the very, very green. People say it boosts energy, clears skin, helps digestion, and basically turns you into a superhero. But does it actually work, or is it just hype? I was skeptical, so I committed to a 7-day challenge and tracked every change. From zombie mornings to the final verdict, I'll break down my real experience. Energy, skin, side effects, and all. Ready to find out if I became a green goddess or just had grassy burps? Let's dive in. Day 1, the beginning of my green journey. I stared at this shot of wheatgrass, a vibrant, almost alien green liquid. It looked and smelled like liquid lawn. Freshly cut maybe, but still, lawn. The aroma was intensely grassy, earthy, and not exactly appealing at first sniff. My brain screamed for coffee, the comforting, familiar jolt of caffeine. It was my usual morning ritual, the thing that got me going. But I went for the green instead. A conscious decision to try something new, something healthy. The taste? Intense. A concentrated burst of green, earthy flavors. Not terrible, but definitely an acquired thing. It's the kind of taste that makes you pause and consider what you've just put in your body. I expected my usual morning grogginess, the sluggish feeling that clings on until the caffeine kicks in. But an hour later I realized something was different. I wasn't tired. The fog had lifted. It wasn't that jittery coffee buzz, the kind that makes your hands shake and your heart race, just a calm, steady energy, a sense of peaceful alertness. No crash, the inevitable plummet after the caffeine high, no shakes, just a stable, alert feeling. A consistent level of energy that didn't fluctuate wildly. I powered through my morning tasks way faster than usual. My focus was laser sharp, and I was getting things done with surprising efficiency. The best part? I didn't desperately need my coffee. The craving wasn't there. I still had it, but it was just for the ritual. The comforting warmth, the familiar taste, but without the desperate need. Wheatgrass laid a solid energy foundation for my day. A base level of vitality that kept me going strong. I was honestly shocked. I didn't expect such a noticeable difference. I thought the energy boost was just wellness hype, another overblown claim in the world of health trends. But it was real, tangible, undeniable. My productivity soared, I was accomplishing more in less time, and there was no mid-morning slump, that dreaded dip in energy that usually hits me like a ton of bricks. I felt good, really good, like my body was running on clean fuel, premium high-octane stuff. The energy felt natural, like it was coming from within, not borrowed from my future self, no robbing Peter to pay Paul. By the end of day 1, I was reflecting on the experience. I was already curious to see what day 2 would bring. What other benefits might I discover? Maybe this green stuff wasn't so bad after all. Perhaps there was something to this whole wheatgrass thing. My taste buds were still skeptical. They hadn't quite signed on yet, but my energy levels were all in. The results spoke for themselves. The clean, non-jittery boost was undeniable. A clear and present improvement. I was actually excited for the next shot. Who would have thought? Let's see if it keeps up. On to day 2. Day 2. Another day. Another shot of vibrant green goodness. I was curious to see if the positive effects from yesterday would continue, or if it was just a fluke. Only time and another shot of wheatgrass would tell. The taste was still undeniably grassy. That hadn't changed. But surprisingly, I was getting used to it. It wasn't exactly enjoyable, but it was becoming tolerable. Maybe one day I'd even acquire a taste for it. Today's focus: digestion. This was an area where I was really hoping to see some improvement. My stomach is usually a drama queen. It likes to make its presence known, and not in a good way. Bloating, unpredictable pains, gurgling noises, you name it. My stomach has probably done it. It's a constant source of discomfort and something I've just learned to live with. But throughout the day, I felt noticeably lighter. It was a subtle shift, but definitely there. No post-lunch bloat, no discomfort. Usually, lunchtime is followed by a period of sluggishness and the dreaded food baby. But not today. My digestive system felt surprisingly calm, almost peaceful, like it had switched from a chaotic rock concert to some smooth jazz playing in the background. A very welcome change of pace. I could eat lunch without feeling like I needed to discreetly unbutton my pants at the table. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless. Wheatgrass is supposedly packed with enzymes that help digestion, breaking down food more efficiently. And for the first time, I was actually feeling the purported benefits. It wasn't just something I was reading about online. Meals processed smoothly without any of the usual drama, and I felt comfortable and energized all day long. Even after dinner, there was no food coma or that heavy, weighed-down feeling that usually accompanies a large meal. The usual gassiness? Way, way less. A definite win in my book, and probably for those around me as well. That subtle, constant puffiness that I just assumed was a normal part of my existence was noticeably gone. And I didn't realize how much that subtle discomfort bothered me on a daily basis until it completely disappeared. By the end of day 2, I was starting to feel like something was actually changing. I was 2 for 2 sustained energy boost and a surprisingly happy gut. 2 unexpected benefits from this little green shot. My initial skepticism was definitely fading fast. The wheatgrass was starting to win me over. Maybe, just maybe, my parents were right about this green stuff and its supposed superfood powers after all. The evidence was slowly but surely building, and I was starting to become a believer. And I was genuinely excited, and maybe a little curious to see what day 3 would bring. It seemed like the wheatgrass was quietly working its magic, one shot at a time. Dare I say, I was actually starting to look forward to my morning shot of wheatgrass. Who would have thought? On to day 3. Let's see what other surprises this little green shot has in store. Day 3. The wheatgrass shot was becoming a habit. Today's focused skin. Mine's usually clear, but loves to surprise me with a pimple before big events. I wasn't expecting miracles, but when I looked in the mirror, my skin looked brighter. Not oily, just a healthy, natural glow. Even on a video call, I noticed my skin tone was more even and less red. Wheatgrass is loaded with antioxidants and chlorophyll, which are great for skin. It felt like my skin was being nourished from the inside out. No dramatic transformation, but a real subtle improvement in texture and tone. My skin felt smoother, less tired, and no new pimples showed up. For a skincare junkie, this was a revelation. By day 3, I had more energy, a happy gut, and now glowing skin. This challenge was turning out to be way more impactful than I expected. I was starting to feel like a wellness blogger, just with more sarcasm and a grassy aftertaste. Day 4. Over halfway through, and wheatgrass was now a non-negotiable part of my morning. Today's focus: immunity. Hard to measure, but here's what I noticed. I didn't feel run down. Usually by Thursday I'm dragging, but I felt solid and resilient. Wheatgrass is packed with vitamins and minerals that support your immune system. It felt like I was building an invisible shield. Even after a long, stressful workday, I wasn't depleted. My body felt robust, not on the verge of getting sick. My seasonal allergies were quieter than usual. Less stuffy nose, less itchy eyes. Maybe it was the anti-inflammatory properties kicking in. The cumulative effects were building energy, digestion, skin, and now immunity. I felt like I was operating at a higher level, physically and mentally. The green juice was winning. I was genuinely impressed by how much better I felt overall. Wheatgrass was proving itself, one shot at a time. On to day 5. Day 5. The shot went down easy. My taste buds had surrendered. Today's focus: cravings. I have a major sweet tooth, especially during the 3 p.m. slump. But on day 5, the craving monster never showed up. I felt satisfied and focused, with no urge to raid the pantry. Wheatgrass is so nutrient-dense, it seems to quiet those desperate sugar cravings. My body felt nourished, not just full. I started reaching for real food, fruit, nuts, instead of junk. My appetite felt more regulated, and I wasn't grazing all day. The sense of satiety lasted for hours. It was freeing to not be ruled by cravings. I felt more mindful and intentional with my food choices. By the end of day 5, I was convinced, this stuff is magic. It wasn't about willpower. It was about real nourishment. Wheatgrass was teaching me how to work with my body, not against it. Day 6, almost done, and I'm feeling unstoppable. Today's focus: mental clarity. Could wheatgrass actually sharpen my mind? The answer? Absolutely. The usual morning brain fog was gone. My focus was laser sharp. I transitioned between tasks smoothly, with less distraction and more deep work. My productivity soared, not from frantic energy, but from efficiency. My mood improved too, more positive, less irritable. The mental clarity lasted all day with no afternoon brain drain. I felt as alert at 4 p.m. as I did at 10 a.m. Wheatgrass's nutrients and detox effects seemed to support my brain as much as my body. By day 6, I felt like I had a superpower, clear thinking, and a great mood. It impacted every part of my day. The green shot was more than just a physical boost. It was a mental upgrade. Day 7. The final day of our wheatgrass journey has arrived. It's hard to believe a week has already passed. I did it. 7 days of wheatgrass and I survived. More than that, I thrived. I actually made it through the entire week, and I'm here to tell the tale. The final focus detox. Let's talk about what that really means and what I experienced. No dramatic cleanse, no extreme measures, just a gentle, cumulative feeling of being cleaner inside and out. It was a subtle shift, but definitely noticeable. Improved digestion, things just seemed to be working more smoothly. Clearer skin, a little more glow, a little less redness. Fewer cravings, especially for sugary and processed foods. All signs my body was eliminating junk, getting rid of the things it didn't need, and running better. Like a well-oiled machine finally. I felt less puffy, less water retention, less sluggish, no more afternoon slump, and just lighter. A general sense of well-being. Waking up refreshed, ready to tackle the day. Having steady energy, no more spikes and crashes. And seeing brighter skin, a noticeable improvement in my complexion. These were the real detox effects. Not some overnight miracle, but tangible improvements. Looking back, the transformation was undeniable. It's clear that something positive happened. I started as a skeptic, full of doubts and questions, but I'm finishing as a convert, a true believer in the power of wheatgrass. Every claim, all those promises I read about, energy, digestion, the boost in vitality, skin, immunity, the overall feeling of health, cravings, mental clarity, the ability to focus and think clearly, proved true for me. I experienced them all firsthand. One simple habit had a ripple effect on my whole well-being. It touched so many different aspects of my health. It's a small investment for a huge return. The benefits far outweigh the effort. The verdict? The final decision is in. The 7-day wheatgrass challenge was worth it, was a massive success. I highly recommend it. It's not a magic pill, it won't solve all your problems overnight. But it's a powerful tool for feeling your best. A great addition to a healthy lifestyle. I'm definitely keeping it in my routine. It's here to stay. If you're on the fence, give it a try. Take the leap. It might surprise you. You might just become a wheatgrass convert too. Wheatgrass has earned its spot in my mornings, and I'm excited to see the long-term benefits. Would I recommend wheatgrass? Absolutely. If you want a simple health boost, try it. Let me know in the comments if you've tried wheatgrass or if you're up for the challenge. The changes in my energy, digestion, skin, and focus were real and worth the acquired taste. It's an easy addition to your routine with a big payoff. If you enjoyed this experiment, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more health challenges. Share your experiences in the comments. I want to hear from you. Thanks for joining me on this green journey. It's been fun, it's been healthy, and honestly life-changing. Stay awesome, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out!